I like big butts, and I absolutely can and will tell lies.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm playing with Phenax, God of Deception. This is a big booty mill deck, and it's kind of weird playing mill in a 100-card format because there's a lot of cards you need to put into the graveyard to win the game. Phenax allows you to tap your creatures and mill based on their toughness, which is a great excuse to run super high toughness creatures like Corrupted Shapeshifter, which has 12 toughness, Cherix, which has 17 toughness, and a Tree of Perdition, which has 13 toughness. Other creatures are also great to have in play because they contribute to Phenax's devotion count. You need 7 devotion for this to be a creature, and also, it's just good to have some permanents in play, though this deck is also reliant on control elements, counter spells, kill spells, and board wipes in order to win the game. We're also using some cards that combo together, because if you mill half of your opponent's cards in a single turn using something like Maddening Cacophony or Teresian Mindbreaker on the attack, you can double that mill to mill all of the cards in your opponent's deck using something like the Fraying Sanity or Bruvac the Grand Delinquent. This deck is mean to play against because of those control elements, but ever so satisfying when you manage to get a win with 100 cards in your opponent's deck. So let's go ahead and take Phenax into the queue and start milling with those booties. Pia Nalaar, Consul of Revival. This is a deck that likes to play things from exile because when they do, they get a Hasty Thopter. I have 2 board wipes in this hand and a piece of spot removal too, which I think is actually fantastic since Pia Nalaar comes down, we can kill it, and then we've got a bunch of other stuff. I have enough mana for the Toxic Deluge, and hopefully I get to 4 mana for these. Ooh, hey, Kellen. Kellen can play things from exile. Kellen will probably be what I want to hit, like eventually. I'm in no rush to kill Kellen. Once he gets double strike, oh, he's out of here. Oh, wow, they're leveling up already. I thought they would have gone for, like, Pia this turn and then the exile because they can't play this. Guess not. Virtue. No triggers for you. Yeah, it's the new Kellen. It's, the Kellen who starts as just Human Fairy Scout, becomes Fairy Detective, then becomes Fairy Rogue. Oh, yay, Tree of Perdition! I don't really want to use that to kill just one thing, so I won't. This way it also looks like I have a counter spell. I don't, but they don't know that. Ooh, Bruce Tarl! He exiles cards that you can play, and depending on what those were, it was a land. You get Oxen. Very Ollie Ollie Oxen free. I am going to pay 1, 2, 3 life to deluge this board. Then tree, unless there's something that needs to be killed. If one thing that needs to be killed, like you Pia Nalaar, then Chupacabra. Otherwise, tree. Whoopin' and choopin'. Yeah, this deck, I'm trying to run a bunch of pieces of removal that I can also use for small amounts of mill later with Phenax. Also, anything that can stick on the board and generate devotion for Phenax is nice. Okay, Voltage Surge. The Tree of Big Mill. Welcome back, Pia Nalaar. Mindskinner is also a big mill here, and I could play it this turn. I think that's the most efficient usage of mana, is going Rusko. Rusko, by the way, is in this deck because of all of the devotion it's generating for Phenax. It's also another thing I can tap. Helps sustain me. So now, any damage I deal to my opponent, no matter how I'm dealing that damage, it's actually mill. Tali's Favor. Oh, Pia Nalaar is going to get +1/+1 and trample and exiles a Swords to Plowshares. Who's getting sorted? It's Rusko. Rippin' pepperonis, Rusko. No! They ripped my mind, Skinner. Oh, that means they used a rip apart. Okay, if I had 8 mana, I think I'd play the 2 big butts. But I think since I have exactly 7, Virtue. Virtue, I can grab either Ravenous Chupacabra or Mind Skinner back. If I get a land next turn, play the 2, like the 13 and the 12 toughness creature. Party Thrasher's so fun. Bruise would also be cool. Yeah, because that gives me another chance at getting a land. Right? Can I play lands with you? If it's a land. Oh, I can only cast things from you. Oh, I drew a land anyway. I don't really care about holding up a counter spell. I want big butts. I have big butts. Look at all that toughness. Can I lie? Well, Phenax can. He's the god of deception, after all. I only want one thing, and it's disgusting. I love high toughness creatures. They discarded a portable hole, because none of these can go down the hole. And they got an Esper Sentinel. Sweet, that gets them another Thopter with haste. I'm a butt collector. I am a butt collector. All I know in this world is the booty. Fomori Vault. They're discarding and looking for a card from the top of their deck. Hi, Pia. I'm gonna grab the Chupacabra. Hit Pia. Boop. Got loads of devotion for Phenax. You also trigger when you attack, right? Yeah, enters or attacks. I'll swing in with Mr. Tarl. Got a Tasha. Playing Phenax. And I guess holding counter spells, and also we're going to mill them for this. For number. What I think about send triplets as a commander? I mean, if you like to do crime, it's a way to do it. But you won't make friends. They dropped an Outpost Siege. And they got Mishra's Research Desk. They can cast it by tapping a creature. Hey! No. I'm busy using your Bruised Tarl. I play the Tasha next turn. Until the end of your next turn. Alright, I'm just gonna mill. I already have blockers. I know what I need. It's them to have 25 fewer cards in their deck. Oh, that's satisfying. Would you like to play your research desk? Surprised I didn't tap a creature to cast it. Because you can convoke out cards from Party Thrasher if they're non-creatures. Alright, we're gonna get a critter. Oh, that adds more cards into my deck. I'm going Mind Skinner, though. Ooh, Conrad! Conradical! I'm really impatient. Mill. Mill. And that's damage, right? And the damage causes more mill! Oh, that's so cool! Mind Skinner, Sir Conrad, Just the ultra wombo combo team up here. Can I just kill them this turn? Let's find out. 15 cards left. Oh, we're totally getting here. Oh, it's so exciting. Do it. More. More. Two more. And there's nothing left, so we just pass to them. Would you like to discard? Probably not. GG, Pia Nalaar. I'm really excited I managed to get these guys out together. That was cool. Yorion Sky Nomad is a blink deck, and those blinks usually are used to draw cards, exile things, using both creatures and non-creatures as their blink targets. Yorion is also a big beater in the air. 4 damage each turn means you can get hit by a lot from Yorion. I have a turn 1 Ruin Crab, so I kept this hand. We also have the other crab. I have crabs. And that's all I have. I'm ready to get rolling, Yorion. Check it out. Boom. Bet you haven't seen this since that weird Dimir Mill deck that was in Standard with the rogues. We're milling. We're ramping. Enduring Innocence. Oh, they have the anime art of this. No, I don't need to attack with my crab. Confounding Conundrums. Alright, that's bad for my fetches. But I don't have any of those right now. But you know what I do have? Actually, it's kind of good because I have the Ruin Crab. Anyway, I have crab. 2 of them. Next turn, Phenax, and the mill is online. Unless it gets, like, countered because they're in Azorius colors, or if they kill one of these. Don't kill Cherix, please! It's just a 0-17. Three mana. Could be Banishing Light. Could be anything. Hover Ship. Okay, so this is going to permanently exile Ruin Crab. I do not wait. I do not hesitate. I mill. When this goes away... Oh, yeah, it's based on toughness. It's toughness 5 or less. I don't know why I thought it was power 5 or less on Hover Ship. No, it's toughness 5 or less. So, yeah, they couldn't hit Cherix. When this leaves, I get to manifest to Dread, but my Rune Crab's gone forever. Pull the Mist Moon! Exiling Phenax. Fine. They'll be able to blink this and re-exile something. If you're wondering why I didn't leave it there, the answer is, I really need Phenax to do mill. See what's on top of the deck. An island, huh? I actually take that because that gets me closer to this Mindbreaker. Mind Skinner. It's going to be more mill right away. But I'm pretty sure they're going to go for the blink anyway, and this will get manifested. Con Radical. At least I got to mill 17. Oh! A Conrad's bird. Ah. I'm so excited about my crabs. Don't bounce the bird, bro. Orma crab. Fine. Yeah, it's a real hoot. Mind Skinner. They can crew here to block. I wouldn't mind if they did. Yes, I've milled them for 2. Go, Cherix, the Raging Isle! Oh, if we have like 10-1 and then a 0-17. Yeah, the like weird TV looking arts from Duskmourn were weird. I wasn't a fan of these. There's a similar border for Fallout, which was supposed to be like Pip-Boy cards. Oh wow. They got rid of Mind Skinner. Gained me 10 life though. Conclave Tribunal. Is the crab going to exile? The crab goes to exile. I can use this to suddenly mill 15 cards. They have 20 cards in the grave, so maybe I'll just -2 here. Yeah. Nice, it resolved. -2. We mill you for 3, and then I draw 3 because they have 32 cards in the grave. I have 4 mana up here. You and you. Now things cannot come back from the grave. That does also include, like, you. I can't unearth. Yorion's gonna come out and do an awful lot of blinking. Who's getting blinked? This will draw them a card. This will bounce stuff, or draw them a card, or make a bird. They're not blinking the hover ship? Really? Okay. Hold the Mist Moon can hit Jace. They can bounce the bird token. At least I got to draw 3. Oh, now a counter spell. Okay. Play the Teresian Mindbreaker and hold this counter spell. If I can get to attack with this, half their cards will go in the grave. Well, half their remaining cards. Now, if I have like a Bruvac or a Fraying Sanity out when that happens, then that's all the cards in their deck. All right, Yorion, I know you have, like, decisions to make. Is one of those decisions, do you mill half your deck? Can you please mill half your deck? Just trying to protect my Mindbreaker. Looking at both of these. Keeley Archive. Alright, Keeley resolves. And they can get some good spells off of Keeley Archive. Some of them they won't be able to cast right away. But it's going to show them 3 of these. They're going to get 1. And they dropped an Invasion of Gobakhan. It's a good one. Swing in with the Mindbreaker. There are now 26 cards remaining in their deck. Lock Yorion. They trade. And remember, I cannot unearth this so long as this here, I'm pretty sure. Blue and a scry. Field of Ruin, throw that away. Now I have 4 more mill. Excellent. We grow ever closer. Okay, they time warp. I'm not gonna counter it. Skyclave Apparition can hit the Soulless Jailer or the Transformer. And it's kind of good if it hits the Jailer. No, they're just hitting Transformer. I have enough mana. I have drawn many lands. I don't know why they're not crewing to attack. Oh, right, extra turn, so I don't tap yet. Yeah, they could have crewed and dealt 2 damage to me. Maybe they're afraid I have a kill spell? That's fine. Manifest Dread's not that good. Like, for me, it's not that good, because there's not that many things I would want without their enter the battlefields. Outside of, like, you. I did not notice until this point that this is a Juggernaut. Do you guys know Mindbreaker's a Juggernaut? Neato. There's a bunch of things being looked at here. I wonder if they're considering casting Yorion. Or maybe they're counting mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Yes, hello? 1 Skyclave Apparition? Ah, a Snowborn Simulacra. So this makes a copy of every single one of these targeted cards, and it puts one into play for free. So I am going to counter that. Pass 2 attackers. Come at me, bro. You got 2 damage. Okay, never mind. Mill you for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And away we go. Thresian Mindbreaker. What happens if I try to do this? Yeah, I can't do it. I figured I'd try. It's like I wanted to see. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything. I've got the Sphinx's tutelage. I guess I declined this. Yeah. I wanted to see what would happen, because it still lets you activate the ability. It just doesn't. Fetchling gets them a Plains. Tutelage against a 2-color deck is unlikely to hit multiple times. Hi, Yorion. Alright, who's getting blunked here? Who are they bonking and blonking? Will I have a moment of crab peace? I think they could permanently exile more stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe they want to use the maybe they want to use the apparition to get rid of Jace. All right. Who's doing what here? Looks like Phenax is gonna go to the moon. Can I? Okay. Boop. Tutelage back in hand. That in exile. I'll move it back here. You under Skyclave, yep. Yeah, if I wasn't in a blue-black deck, I would leave it under here. Because I would have access to more destruction for this. I just don't have it here. Ooh, breaching. So breaching here does not let me get things back because Soulless Jailer. But it does still mill 10, and I'm very close to killing them then. I think I save it for next turn. I'm not even waiting. They're not attacking me when they have, like, opportunities to. So there. Shields down, mill up. Hi, Scraps. She just came back into the room. What's up? Did you have fun in the stream before? Do you want to be back on the stream? She says meow. Meow. She says meow meow. Okay, approach to the second sun goes back into their deck. Do they have a flicker? Do they have a counter? What do they have? I straight up do not know. Yeah, I know, Scraps. Where? Can I mill 10 cards for each player? Do you have a counterspell? Oh my god, it worked. GG, Yorion. Glarb, Calamities, Augur, the frog that's hopping from the top. And also, my cat's here. She's up on the desk, so she can partake in the game and, I don't know, win? Lose? Girl, are you gonna win the game for me? Glarb lets them play lands and spells that cost 4 or more mana from the top of their deck. Also can tap to Surveil and is a 2/4 with Death Touch. So hard to get through, but if they're putting stuff in their graveyard, well, that's just great, because I want to put stuff in their graveyard too. Yeah, it was a good kitty. It was a good cat sitting here for brushing while we wait for this Glarb to choose their opening hand. She's a very good cat. Yeah, wah to you too, girl. Okay, this is the start of the game. Let's go. Blue mana. Mwah, kisses for the cat. Ashiok. They probably have so many fetch lands in their deck. I'm so ready for Ashiok. Oftentimes, Glarb decks will be Sultai Ultimatum decks that have a bit of a... It's like a landfall sub-theme, since you can play those lands off the top, and being able to play multiple lands makes it even stronger. Delighted Halfling and Llanowar Elves, 2 mana dorks here, one of which will make some stuff uncounterable. Makes me not as likely to play this Ashiok, though, since they'll be able to get through it. I think I'll go for Inquisition. Check out what's in their hand. 6 and Unearth. Okay, so if I put the 6 in the graveyard, they just unearth it. So I guess I hit the Unearth, because at least this way it costs 3 mana instead of 1. If I felt I could defend this Ashiok better, I still would have milled the 6 and then gone for Ashi. Bringing out the Glarb. Taking out the garbage. Looking for a land on top of their deck. If they don't have one, they can play the land from their hand, though. I think there's a Mystic Sanctuary. Nope, they had a Cavern of Souls naming Noble. Yes, he's a frog wizard, Noble. They're also getting milled. I'll play this Mind Stone. Bruvac is doubling the number of milled cards, so instead of 4 being milled, there were 8 there. Scraps, you look like a noble. I do call her princess a lot, but she's like a trash princess. Like her favorite thing in the world is garbage. A little lion. Make an uncounterable 6. Six attacking, it would mill them even more. Oh, I do not like that you have a Displacer, Kitten. Something about that is upsetting. Still gonna use Ashiok here. Didn't have a landfall for the little crab. I'm looking at what's in their graveyard. Okay. Not many things that cost 4 or more mana is part of the answer there. That's what I was looking to see, is like, how are they building this Glarb deck? Oh, Donald, thank you for the 27-month resub. They have Blinked Glarb. Blunk Glarb? I think Blinked is right. Planar Genesis looks at the top cards in our deck. Putting a land directly into play. They have 5 mana still untapped, and they're conceding. So next turn, I was probably going to sacrifice this crab if I needed to block here, but I didn't need to block with anything that would die. We had 8 mil plus another 6 plus 30 something plus 8, and Phenax would be an indestructible creature. Not enough to kill them, but I think across 2 turns we would have gotten there. GG, Glarb. Elenda, Saint of Dusk. This Elenda has protection from a lot of different things. And that makes her harder to kill, because usually we're using that kind of stuff to kill her. Hexproof from Instance, yeah. She also has lifelink, and she gets bigger as the game goes on. So it's probably going to be a life gain deck, or maybe a like a mid-rangey deck running lots of good removal and protecting her. Do I want to set up Liliana on 3? I think so. Yeah. Guide of Souls. Welcome. That's some good life gain right there. Use Flooded Strand to grab my fetch. Or my shock into my fetch. My fetch into my shock. Very cool. I'm going to play Agent of Rafine over milling 4 with the Secret Keeper. This is kind of in here for funsies. Unfortunately, my Liliana's minus won't be enough to kill that. Okay, Amalia, that's a great life gain piece. I can still go to kill one of these. Make them sacrifice either Amalia or the Guide of Souls. They're sacrificing Amalia. They'd rather have their life gain piece. And as long as their life total is higher than starting, Elenda's a 5/5 with Menace. Sometimes she becomes a 10/10. Starscape Cleric. Nice. Gaining life makes me lose life. We each discard. I'm going to discard the Secret Keeper, because again, it's kind of just silly. I'll take the Starscape Cleric hostage. No attacks. Hey, Scraps, where you going? You want to go look at the birds? There's birds sometimes on my windowsill. Cat is such a good cat. I agree. So if this were paper magic, they'd be able to attack in here, make that fly kill the Liliana. They don't have that here. Thank you, princess. I've got some choices. I think my choice is bounce Guide of Souls for 2. Kill Elenda with the minus from the Liliana.
One of your friends has to leave.
And play the Starscape Cleric. Swinging in for 3. Taking them below their starting life total. This Guide of Souls, like, I'll find another way to deal with it. But for now, Guide of Souls. Yeah, if I had wanted to, I could also like play Phenax. I would have a big indestructible blocker. It would have been animated with Lily on the field. Oof, a veto. Won't be animated now. I'm gonna see what I can steal. Ooh, that's big removal. All right, cool. Sphinx's tutelage is neat, and I'll just attack in the air because this thing can't block. Elenda is the bigger threat. Yeah, absolutely. At that point in the game, Elenda's like, I gotta get rid of it. They gain a life. They get another energy. If they'd like to, they could attack, and I think they're gonna buff up Elenda. If they could, but they can't. I'm going to use Vona to kill Elenda. Or do I want to kill the guy? Nah, Elenda. They might have the combo with Veto. They almost certainly do. Am I going to discard? I don't really want a copy of Elenda, so no. Go to combat, attack with the Starscape Cleric. Exquisite Blood. If they can get me to lose life, or if they can gain life, by playing a creature. Just as an example, I will now lose the game because of veto. This also combos with Starscape. Dang, they just make it easy, huh? I stole a D-Spark off their deck. Oh, I should have played the Consuming Aberration first to mill them more. Nah, Phenax. And now I'm no longer attacking them because, in case you forgot, we're a mill deck. And now we mill! And I guess they die. GG, Elenda. Thanks for giving me the removal I needed for your stuff twice. I'll be completely honest, I did not expect to run into another Phenax while I was making this video. I have been playing this deck all of this morning, though, so like for 3 hours before I started recording. So sure, maybe somebody else was like inspired. They said, oh, I too am a fan of mill. And that's going to make playing this Mesmeric Orb a lot more awkward because it mills both of us. And they want to mill me, and I want to mill them. Guess I could play Soulless Jailer or Signet. I'm going to go Signet so I can maybe get the Mind Skinner out next turn. If their deck is like mine, though, it does have a lot of counter spells, kill spells, and things like that. What if they played their own orb? Oh my gosh, what if we both had orbs? Okay, it's definitely not my deck because this is Vantress Gargoyle. Which, first of all, sweet. Second of all, whoa. Mind Skinner. Do you mind? I think they do mind. Vantress Gargoyle, by the way, cares about the number of cards in my graveyard. And it mills symmetrically. Oh no, they're mana draining the Mind Skinner. Welcome to the battlefield, Phenax. Now the Gargoyle can be used to mill 4 cards at a time, instead of just 1. Go for this Ravenous Chupacabra. Try to take it out, but they could counter it again. The tempo off of a mana drain is so crazy. Do I get milled for 4? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's in my graveyard? Bunch of lands and removal. Also a feisty heist card. I put Grave Expectations in this deck because it is both spot graveyard removal and, more importantly, it lets me do crime, which is just something I like to do. Oh, they cracked open the Mind Stone. Wild. Looking for something. I got the Celestis here. I have a Reanimate. Oh, who's in the graveyard who needs reanimation? Mind Skinner. It's Mind Skinner. Grabbing that from the grave. Playing my good friend Phenax. And then I'll sit here and wait. Perhaps milling them for 2. Oh wait, attacking also would have milled them for 2. Because of Mind Skinner. Dang it! Alright, everything's back in my hand. Phenax out here with no toughness creatures. It's Mind Skinner going away again. If you could make me discard anything here, what do you hit? Hard choice, I know. The Jailer's kind of bad for me here, because it, like, shuts off these, but if they got rid of it, and they did, I don't need to worry about that anymore. Gonti! I want to do crimes! Pretend I said that with less enthusiasm. I've got 10 potential mill damage coming in next turn. what? Never mind. They're milling half of my deck with a maddening cacophony. Oh, thank goodness they didn't have a Fraying Sanity out, because that would have milled the other ones. I'm going to go Fraying Sanity. And you know what? We all mill here. I'm milling 10, but the 10 will be 20, because in their end step, this is going to double the number of cards put into their graveyard. And it will do the same with this orb. Now, I know the orb is also milling me, and I have fewer cards right now. But since the mill is hitting them for double, I'm in the club milling their cards. 1 million mills. Just 2 decks milling each other. All right, wait, I gotta look at their deck to see if there's anything in here that strikes joy. Any cards that they're running that I'm not, that are ones I forgot to consider. They're delving. I guess there's enough symmetrical mill that that's a nice card. If damage cannot be prevented, does this both do damage and mill? I guess so. All right, now they're down to 46 cards. Once this finishes up, I think I'll be out down to like 32. Sorry. Got myself a nice little counter spell here. And I'll swing in with Mind Skinner. Boop. Brown in the lock. I will put that back on top of your deck. I need to protect my mill. Also, that will get milled. Bonk. Also, Phenax. But wait, is Phenax getting countered? Yeah, you're right. I healed them for 1 by putting it back on top of their deck. Darn it. This didn't resolve, so I don't get the Soulless Jailer. What's it? The Cling to Dust. Yeah, that's fine. They now have 18 cards left. 18 cards to my 30. And they will mill more in end step with the Fraying Sanity. This Fraying Sanity art's very cool. Oh, okay. That is a Breach the Multiverse, bringing them down to only 8 cards. But they get to take a creature planeswalker, and I think Jace can kill me. And because there's a Jace in mine and a Bruvac in theirs. The game's over. Because I would draw first. They're going to run out of cards in their end step. But there isn't anything that would cause them to draw, right? Maybe they'll miss it. Yeah, I saw the Bruvac. I also have Bruvac in mine. Oh, wait! Soulless Jailer! Pull up! I forgot about my own Soulless Jailer. Creatures in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Also permanents in general. Guys, we're fine. We're fine. Just pass the turn. There's no cards left. I like how it's like, yeah, there is no untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, I forgot. There's a reason this is in the deck. Even though it shuts off some of my cards, it shuts off some of their cards. Excellent work, Phenax, my fellow 1 in a million. Loot Exuberant Explorer. This hand sure does not have anything I can cast quickly. And they're going to be ramping like nuts. I am going to mulligan, even though the Thoughtseize and Tail's End make this a really tempting hand. All right, I got a Memory Lapse. I have Jace, Seagate Restoration, and a Chupacabra. This seems fine. Loot can play additional lands each turn. It's a mono-green ramp deck. And they are going to be using all of those lands to cheat creatures into play using Loot's tap ability, where you pay 6 and you get a creature from the top cards of your deck into play. Boop. Turn 1's probably, I was going to say, it's like probably just ramp. They didn't ramp, though. So I guess I'll just hold my memory lapse. Druid class is fine. And I will grab my Surveil land. There it is. Dark Slick Shores. I could use more mana, I feel. That this is fine, because I have the Jace here as just something I can land and start plussing with. And I am going to do it this turn, because Loot coming down on 3 is not what I am most afraid of. He's not going to be able to deal damage to the Jace as I just pick this up. And I have the Chupacabra to, clean up. Loot, be gone! I guess I win. Excellent work, Ravenous Chupacabra and Jace. Maybe it's just Jace, hurting his own, weird beast child that upset them. Alright, I'll take that. Solkanar the Tainted. I feel like I've run into somebody playing Solkanar a bunch of times. It's big. It's a bit of a beater. But I think this hand is keepable since it's got this Toxic Deluge. I'll start with a Swamp, holding this Fel the Profane in case I need it as a kill spell. Hopefully I get some blue so I can use Invasion of Amonkhet, also my commander. But yeah, I've got Ashiok to stop fetch lands while they play their creature that's kind of on a timer. Solkanar is good. It does 3 different things before it gives itself to the opponent. They dropped a Haunted Ridge, and they're heisting from me. I hope that all the cards they see are just mill cards, and they're like, I don't know how to use this. These are all actively bad. Yeah. For you, maybe. I'll still use the Ashiok here, even though they'll be able to attack it. Any damage that goes to Ashiok is damage that's not going to me. Let me see what I milled. A fetch? Darn. A fetch would be real fun for them to have, because they wouldn't be able to use it. Ragavan, that's good, and a bunch of lands. Sure. Well, one of those lands I think they had discarded to Lootmonger in order to heist. Arcane Signet, they're ramping. And a Lightning Bolt. Aw. At least I got one activation in. Blue! I guess Invasion of Amonkhet over Agent of Rafine, since this would be able to kill Agent of Rafine. It deals 3 damage. Looks like they surveilled and kept on top. Now we mill, they discard, and I draw. River's Rebuke. If I can get another blue source and a bit more mana, I can bounce that back. I think it's unlikely I'm going to be able to flip this. Ooh, Thassa. That's a good way to reset Solkanar. Also, Steel again. Looking at if there were any creatures in the graveyard here. That's a counter spell, and that's a counter spell. I wonder if this is just a weird Grixis Blinky control. Maybe. Looks like I might be popping everything back in the hand anyway. Got this Fel the Profane, though, ready. Just in case I need it. Oh, they stole a Mind Stone. That's pretty innocuous. That's fine. Since I only have one creature, I think I'm going to kill it. I don't need the Deluge for that. Now, if I bounce, I get this back. I get my cool rock. I love cool rocks. Cool rocks rock. Again, still not really feeling that I need to, so I won't. And I still feel that if I play Agent of Rafine, they'll just kill it. But maybe that's like a good way to bait out Solkanar. Eh. Get her looking. Yeah, it's got 4 power. We don't attack with Phenax. Phenax is here to mill. Oh, okay. Phenax back in hand. That was my Cyclonic Rift. Oh, cute. Bank Job is going to exile the bottom creature of their library and allow them to cast it. Hello, the Mog. Kind of feeling a rebuke here. Just to reset them because they're on 3 lands. They have a bunch of stuff that's kind of like invested into enchantments. They could have a counter spell here. They do have 3 mana. Oh, they could also sacrifice the Mind Stone so I don't get it back. Wonder if they're considering it. Yep, okay, that's smart. They have the mana. I don't believe this would come back to me. I control it. They just protect it. Thing still was holding priority. Okay, cool. If I can get to 10 mana, this does exile half their deck. That's why it's in the deck. I mean, it also kills people, but it also mills people. Now that they don't have as much mana out, unless they play a land here, I feel pretty safe playing Agent of Rafine. Dark Ritual? I mean, that's one-off mana. Thassa's back! What with nothing to blink. If they get a land, Solkanar can happen. Great news, Hostage Taker. Take that Signet. Boop. Boop. This lets me steal cards off the top of their deck. It's like a fancy kind of mill. And Phenax will become animate soon. Hello, Solkanar. They had discarded lands to the Loot Monger, so yeah. Bank Job! Nice. This can also get them treasures if they don't play whatever creature they get. I know what I'm here for. It's milling people. I'm not even waiting, and this is going to be for a really, really selfish reason called I want to pour my tea in the other room. So while my opponent takes their actions, I'm actually going to run out for just a second. Stuff coming through. What did I miss? Are they roping? I see a Grenzo in exile that they can't cast. Well, I'm certainly not holding priority. I missed nothing. Okay, great. Well, I suppose we'll just hang. Hang and wait out. Mm-hmm. They're looking at all our stuff. Oh, Kolaghan's command! Destroying my Agent of Rafine and getting their Hostage Taker back from the graveyard so they can play it next turn. I think that it is good for me to hit this Invasion of Amonkhet with Phenax, over milling them for 7. So I am going to do that. Giving them a Kablanc. Like it's milling them for 14. Lazotep Convert. I love how that took away its It's toughness. Yeah, so you see how there was like a Grenzo? I see. If I could tutor for anything, what would it be? Don't know. I guess with Fraying Sanity, I could have grabbed one of the things that mills half. That would be pretty good. Got that bank job for free. Milling. I get milled some more. Yeah, because with Fraying Sanity, if I get something that mills half their deck, yeah, I should have grabbed Cacophony. Or, like, grab that to grab Cacophony. So they're going to go to exile Grenzo here. But in response to the target, oh my god, can I cast that for Overloaded? I totally can. The exile doesn't happen. And a card went in their graveyard, so I get milled. We steal Clonecrafter. Urtai Resurrected. I guess I'll take the counter spell. Oh, right. This isn't actually Grenzo. I was wondering, like, what would happen if they took it? They would get the battle. Because this is actually the battle. Neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we had enough mana to hold up Sink into Stupor. They're still on 4 lands. We were going to keep on milling. GG, Sulcanor. So I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is Mycotyrant is a self-mill deck, trying to go put permanents in the graveyard on their turn so they can make big armies of fungi. Here's the bad news. If I mill them, I'm going to help that. So I have to not mill them on their turn. That's the first thing I need to do. And I also have to be very, very happy that I have a Damnation in hand. So this is the kind of deck, like in my Mycotyrant deck, I'm running a lot of self-mill. I'm trying to get so many permanents in my graveyard. The amount you descend. So maybe they'll accelerate themselves into a self-milling victory. Yeah, like with Ripples of Undeath. Perfect. I will try to counter Mycotyrant if they play it this turn. They have milled 3 permanents. They're not paying the life to put one into play, because it also costs a mana. Mycotyrant, no. I just have to mill them to death before they kill me? I will try my best. Yeah, it's a race to see who can mill my opponent faster, me or them. Mind Skinner! Witherbloom, 6, and Sandstorm Salvager. This goes wide. This gets them stuff back from the graveyard and lets them recast up their permanents. And also, they're, I think, going to see pretty quickly that they can just, you know, pay life because I'm not dealing damage to them. Dang it, Witherbloom command. Yeah, that kills my Mind Skinner. -3, -1. Mind Skinner dead. They also milled themselves again. I wonder if they're going to grab... It's the basic land? I was wondering if they're going to grab, like, a fetch. Stitcher's Supply. Wow. Okay, yeah. I haven't milled them. That just them milling them. It's fine. It's fine. Playing the Hall of Storm Giants since it comes in tapped. And there's nothing I'd really want to cast this turn. I'm fighting Tyranny. Mycotyrant. Fungus Tyrant. They swing for 1. White of the Reliquary. That's such a fun card. It lets them sacrifice their creatures. Thonian Nightmare. This also lets them sacrifice their creatures, but they could do it this turn. Getting back... Ooh, Griston transforming her? Absolutely what I would do here. I would sacrifice the Stitcher's Supplier, grabbing Grist, and then transforming her. they get her, they probably pay a green. And I'll see if they just plus and see what they mill, because they're gonna keep milling. And we kill Grist. Planeswalker of their choice. Choose Grist. Kind of like doing the Damnation this turn. Because of the Chthonian Nightmare. Also kind of like Ashiok minus on the white. They dropped a Grizzly Salvage. More self-mill. Is that 3 permanents? Yup. Titania, Egon, and Hive. They can use the bug to bring back Grist. With their fancy pants Chthonian Nightmare. Aw, Sheoldred. This kills the Ashiok. And I have 5 cards in graveyard, not quite enough to flip. Yeah. Ashiok's gonna die right after, but this is absolutely what I want to do. No more graveyard! Yay! Paying 3 life, getting a Lair of the Hydra. They have 55 cards left in the deck to my 85. They're 30 deeper. Rip Ashiok. Is it Mycotyrant time? Mycotyrant makes a couple of friends. Because of the amount of energy they have, they will also be able to bring back Sheoldred if they'd like to, but I think they'd probably go for Mycotyrant. Sacrificing, I don't know. Whatever they got in hand. Maybe even the white. Even though the white, it was big. It's not big anymore, but it's like 2 creatures in grave? Not terrible. Chamba! That's perfect for sacrificing. Who do you get? I guess there's nothing for me to sacrifice, so Mycotyrant. Hello, Michael. Mycotyrant. We are approaching a kind of dangerous spot, though, where, like, Sheoldred will be able to flip. Dangerous for me. Making some friends. Yeah, they just get rid of the Mindbreaker. Liliana doesn't do too much. Not in too hot of a spot here. I'm gonna play Phenax. Wait at the Brawl Query. Now with 5/5. Got a lot of damage building up. It makes this mill so much harder for me. It's like, I could have played Liliana, discarded the Mindbreaker, unearthed it, and attacked, but then they would have had so much stuff in their graveyard. It would have been bad. They're thinking. Yeah, it's not a surprise, by the way, if the deck that wants things in their graveyard is doing well against the deck that wants things in their graveyard. It's like, everything I do is benefiting them. They still got that Chthonian Nightmare. You want to sacrifice a goat and get a Shelly? Oh, they sacrificed the goat to the white. Can you get a Bajuka Bog and exile my graveyard so your Shelly can't flip? It would be great. Ooh, no, Lotus Field. Even more cards in the graveyard. They're descending. Palantir! Cool orb. Had to order those in just the right way. One to the top. I'll lose the life. What is it? Aw, Jet Collector. I love Jet Collector. I'm going to, out of desperation, try to find a board wipe. That's not a board wipe. Yeah, I wish Phenax didn't have to wait for things to not have summoning sickness. Yes, sacrifice one fungus. What a singular fungus. I don't know what this means, but yeah, you got it. You got it. Ray, go bird. Thank you for the 9-month resub. Please attack me. Nice. Good game. Perfect. Mycotyrant wins! Samut, Vizier of Noctimun. This is a 2/3 with haste and first strike that gets to draw when something deals damage on the turn that it entered. I guess I could go for the turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2... I won't be able to play Virtue, but I think if I can appropriately cut them off from certain things on turn 1, like, yeah, Ragavan, that's worth it. Wilmot Courier. Exiles a card from their deck? Yes. Dig deeper into your library. I'll take Shipwreck Marsh. Good untapped mana. So next turn, probably using the Virtue. Turn after that... Forsaken Crossroads. Brushfire Elemental. This is a landfall ability that gets it bigger, and it's hard to be blocked. Yeah, this is very much like a haste deck. Scry. Thief of Sanity, I don't think is going to be that useful here. So I'm going to drop that and hit... This is going to be more damage. This will eventually be card advantage. Fine with it for now. Cinder Vines, by the way, will be able to destroy, like, the Virtue, if I manage to land it. Or even the Mindbreaker. Right now, I want to land my Big Butt Shelly. They're both Big Butt Shellys, but this one has Death Touch. This is a fight, right? Yeah. Fight's a creature they don't control. And Tyvar could be good with the fight. Playing the Sheoldred. There's nothing I want to reanimate, though it is always tempting to try and steal a Ragavan. Yeah, good old Shelly. Sitting here, being a 4/5 with Death Touch. Enduring Courage, gonna give things a buff and haste. Gonna be especially nasty with stuff like Tyvar. Agent of Rafine, still saving this reanimate. There's so little I can do it against this Tyvar, since they can just tap another creature, make him indestructible. I could block with the agent. I'd rather not. I'm gonna let them draw. But hey, at least the draw hurts them. I wonder if they're going to use the, oh, they don't have another green, so they can't do the Arnie Slays the Troll fight. Well, he's got the buff, but he can buff everybody else later. No hesitation, just going to go for the steal here, because I want to land. Land for Shelly. Oh no, I got a bunny! I gotta save this mana drain. Wish I could have had it for you. They have enough mana to buff their board. That's what they're doing. So it's going to give +3/+3. This can't be made indestructible. The other two would win in this fight, though. So I'll go for this trade. And this will come back. Bunny's cute with the Phenax. Yeah, because I could give things haste, except I can't reconfigure because it costs red mana. Until I maybe steal a Mountain Agent of Ravine. That's going to hurt me whenever I cast non-creature spells, so I'm actually going to just hit that Cindervines. If they'd like to, they can use Arnie Slays the troll here. Take out either Sheoldred or this. That's what the Reanimate's for. Yep. They could have done something along those lines anyway, so it's fine. I'm at 13 life. I need to take away some incidental damage. Now I have some extra mana. God. Just like tapping it for colorless. Sheoldred. Bye-bye, Beaumat Courier. No, alright, I guess I want to recast so much. You get an extra buff, too, which is cool for her. Reanimating Shelly. You get a buff, right? And then Rabbit Battery, the Chump Blocker. I'd love to start milling you. And it's just not happening now. It's so easy to make this Tyvar indestructible. Bard class. Once they level that up, it will discount their various Gruul legends. And then they concede? Okay, wait. Let me reevaluate this board. They concede? Was nowhere near flippin'. They have free swings every turn with Tyvar. Yeah, they could level that up and replace Samut that turn. She gets a... Yeah, I don't know why they left. Good game. Maybe they had to pee. Sigarda, Font of Blessings. I think might cause a little trouble for me because of the hexproof. Gonna make a lot of my targeting removal do less. They'll also be able to play angels and humans from the top of their library. But the good news is, unlike some other angels, it doesn't give them a hexproof. So I can still target them with my mill abilities. Yay, milling! I wonder if it will be like a human stack. I like a human stack. Shall I? Probably in the 99. Don't curse me with that. Keeping that on top. Sarah Ascendant. That's some good life gain. Solar Transformer to get me to 4 mana faster. So I can play Sheoldred or the Chupacabra. Coppercoat Vanguard. So these are all humans. That makes me think, yep, this is a Selesnya humans deck. Pay this life early. Whooping with the Choops. If they can get above 30 life, then this will also become a giant flyer. Champion of Lameholt. Good way to prevent blockers. especially for my high toughness creatures. It does not do anything for that. I could play Phenax here, but it can't block. I think Shouldered's the right move. Play this land. I want to hold the Fel the Profane. They lose 2 life on their draw. Thank you, Shouldered. Thank you for A, having a big butt so we can use you to mill, and B, just being like a good card in Dimir. I think I swing in with the Ravenous Chupacabra, since it's probably not going to be able to block. I know that's, like, damage is not really how I want to kill them, but if I have a Shouldered out, like, it gives them a clock. Or gives me a clock against them. Don't know what you've got, but I'm blocking. Ooh, Death Touch and Indestructible. Rip Shelly. Moves me away from the devotion I need for Phenax, too. Also, yeah, it helps keep them off the Ascendant. I think I save this Damnation, and I'll play Phenax. Cerise, Slayer of Fear. The more life they gain, the more big of a card they get. I don't believe I can block, so I'll just mill you. 1 million mills. You put it into play or just into hand? Puts it into hand. So they got a 1-drop from Cerise. I mill again. Damn. Nation. Guide of Souls. And a Cultivate. That was the 1-drop they probably got off of Cerise. Rusco over one of the high toughness creatures here. Because I want to also cast this Thoughtseize this turn to seize their thoughts. Oh, ew, yeah, no, I'm getting rid of the Farewell. Gosh. They got an energy. Sigarda can go fast, hit my face. I could make a flying blocker, but I think I have a better chance of getting a flying blocker out of their graveyard. Okay, we've got Liliana, Ravish Chupacabra, that, okay. And over here, Sarah Paragon. Loran could destroy the boots. Bruna will not get her on cast, but is still a massive flyer. I'm feeling Bruna. And Chupacabra can't hit anything. Shouldered's just kind of clocking him. I'm gonna go Liliana. We can drop the Guide of Souls or the Sigarda. And now we chill because we're back on that mill plan. Nice. Aw, wee Hobbit. Hello, I love you. You're so cute. Mill. Okay, in response to the protection, mill. They get protection from Ruscos. The plus won't really do much. Me discard, but I want mana because of the Mog. We play the Shapeshifter as a 0-12 defender. And pass the turn back to them. I'm not plussing because I want to exile half their deck. Yeah, the Dimir control part of my deck is being very, very helpful here. And Bruno with the finest booty in all the land. Gonna help me mill them out. Perfect. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope to watch seeing Phenax actually win quite a few games. I was not expecting Phenax to perform this well for the video, but it took me a lot of tinkering with the deck to get it to this point. At one point, I had a lot more mill cards and high toughness cards, but I found that they just kept dying. So I moved more into a control shell, and hey, you can actually get some mill wins if you manage to just stop your opponent from doing stuff for long enough. It can take a while, but if you get there, you get there. If you're looking for the deck list, it's in the description below. And if you're hoping to suggest a commander, especially one from the recent sets that came out in Arena, please leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see. Also, let me know if you thought that this deck was as silly as you thought it would be. I certainly thought that it was going to be silly and was very happy when I got about a 50% win rate with it. While I was recording, it was actually better than that. But I'd say like it averaged out to be a 50% wins, 50% losses. And I definitely lost against almost every deck that it was either super aggressive or wanted cards in their graveyard, because we're putting cards in their graveyard. It's tough, but like we want to mill. It's a mill deck. And I'm still proud of myself for making a mill deck work at least somewhat in Arena. Thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.